Hi, and welcome to a very rainy and gloomy day here in the great city of Kansas City. We are here to do our annual holiday gift guide. It may not look like the holidays outside.
Nothing says holidays like wet, cold tent outside. I don't understand. I did put my red lips on, so we've got that going for us at least.
We have a whole lot of fun gift ideas for you. All of these have been provided by the manufacturer. We've not been paid for everything. Well, I'll say we have bought a few items on our own.
We have.
But nobody has paid to put their items on this list. These are just some fun ideas that we think will be great for you to gift the RV or camping or outdoors lover in your family or friendship this holiday season.
All right, we're gonna treat this like a segment on the Today Show. Let's get started. The first item is a personal favorite of mine. This is Planetary Designs Overlander French Press. There are a lot of things I like about this. I talked in detail about it on episode 171 of the RV Miles podcast, but I'm gonna show you the one thing that makes this my favorite French press, and that is a removable bottom. Coffee grounds down here, no coffee grounds up here. Super easy to clean.
Plus you can drink out of it after you've pressed it without dumping the grounds. That's
there you
awesome.
go. Retails for $50. If you want to be extra special, you can also get these super cute camp mugs that go with it. These two retail for $27. I love it.
Up here we have this awesome ceramic knife from Kyocera. We have really grown to love picnicking this year. With the coronavirus, we've been spending a lot of our time packing up lunches and taking them into national parks. And we often take a big chef's knife and wrap it up in a towel and throw it in our cooler.
It's amazing we still have all of our digits.
No longer, because now we have this knife that is just for cutting up your food when you're picnicking. It's ceramic, it's not metal, so it's super light, and it has a fancy little carrying case, which is awesome for keeping you from cutting yourself. But even though it's ceramic and not metal, still incredibly sharp and able to cut up your food very nicely.
And you all know Jason loves his knives. All right, so the next item is an RV Miles favorite. It's from our friends over at Pelican. And one thing we did a lot this summer in Colorado was drink local beer. We had a lot of beer and it was awesome, but we were missing a growler, something that we could take into the brewery and just be like, fill this up with your favorite brew. It's 64 ounces. It is awesome. You don't have to just put beer in it.
Yeah, you could put water or soup or chili in it.
Yeah, you don't have to just drink, but it's gonna screw right off. It's nice and empty. It's insulated, 24 hours cold, 12 hours hot, sweat-free powder coat finish, leak-proof carrying handle.
And it's not glass on the inside like some of them are, which can break when they bounce around a lot, and it is stainless steel throughout.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to testing out some local breweries with this growler in the coming year. We will link to all of the products we're going to talk to here in the description. We're also going to include the prices in there so you can check all this stuff out. Definitely give this a go. Now, before we move out of the food area, nothing goes better with a French press than a nice pound of coffee. And if you have been listening to the podcast for a couple years, you know that when the holidays strike, I am getting the Roastery's Holiday Blend. Now, the Roastery is a Kansas City coffee brewing company. This is the absolute best holiday blend I have ever tasted. It is so subtle. It is so good. I buy so much of it and then I drink it long after the holidays are over. You can get this online. It's going to retail for about $14 or so for the pound. I absolutely recommend, if you are looking for something that everyone on your list is going to love and enjoy with their Baileys, this is it.
Next up, we have this awesome collapsible water bottle. This is called the Nomader, and what it does is you unlatch this little strap here, and it unfolds like that, and then once you open it up, it fills with air, and now you've got a portable water bottle that you can actually roll up and throw in your backpack.
It's like magic.
And it is, and it easily rolls right back up.
Now,
it takes very little space.
Our kids love this. They think it's really, really cool to have something that collapses like that and is tiny. What I love about it is how lightweight it is, how durable it is. I also really like the price point on it. It's only $24.95. Now, if you have to give a white elephant gift, or you just want to send somebody something so outrageous, you want to send them this.
The KFC Fire Log. That's right, it is like a Duraflame Fire Log that is scented with 11 herbs and spices from KFC. Now,
okay, hold on. I have to read the back of this. It says, not actually fried chicken. So if you're thinking you're gonna get some fried chicken in here, you ain't getting some fried chicken. Now, we have to say, we've not burned this yet.
No.
We're going to do a video on it. We're gonna do one and we're gonna burn it so you don't have to. But here's the kicker on this. This retails for about $15. We found it at Walmart. It does say that you will enjoy the scent before burning. The smell escapes when lit. So if you're worried that like your whole house is gonna end up smelling like 11 herbs and spices if you burn this whole thing.
maybe you want that.
Maybe you do, and if you do, you need to just go to your local KFC and get a bucket of chicken. But this is more of just a gag gift. It's
Yeah, I
just
mean, does it
silly.
really matter what it smells like, how it burns? No. The whole idea
the
here
kernel.
is to give somebody a log that says KFC Fire Log on it.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want that? No, and you know what? There's probably people on your list who don't even know they want it, but they'll love it.
Now up here we have some Bushnell binoculars. I mentioned on the podcast last week that last year for Black Friday, I went to Menards and I bought some really cheap binoculars because they were like 20 bucks.
We saved
But-
big money.
But they look
But-
just like this. They're heavy duty and heavy, glass. Actually, these are even lighter. But now, but over the year, those really did not last at all. Just from last year, they don't focus right or anything like that. Now we have a real pair of Bushnell binoculars. I've always wanted a pair like this. This is the Bushnell PowerView 2 10x50, and really, really worth the price. Like $60 or
I think
so.
it was $64.95, I think is what they retail for.
And really quick to focus, really quick to latch onto something, and I love them, and I'm very happy to have a real set of binoculars now for when we're out viewing wildlife.
So we're gonna move on down the table and we're gonna start getting into things that you can put on your person. But before we do, let's talk about the things on our person.
Absolutely.
So it wouldn't be a gear guide for us if we didn't have something from LL Bean that we just absolutely loved. You know, we have been working with LL Bean for a couple years now, and we have put their clothes through the ringer. Our boys are so tough on everything that we own. But 2020 is kind of about two things: comfort and being able to be outdoors longer and into the seasons. So this year we have the world's most comfortable sweater and the world's most comfortable jacket. You want to talk about yours first, sir?
Well, so this is actually a super light jacket. And first of all, I really love the look of it. I love the color black pattern, but you can get this in different colors as well. But it's real thin, real lightweight, warm. But this is like a fall jacket. This is not a
not
big heavy winter jacket.
No.
I feel like I'm wearing a t-shirt on top of this, which is always nice for me because I don't really like
You love
big and
layers.
bulky. I like light layers
Yes.
that can compound,
Yes.
right?
And also it's packable, which
Yeah.
is another thing that we really, really like. Packable and lightweight items, especially for full-timers, is a necessity because we are always trying to have our home with us and everything we need in our home without exceeding that weight limit that stresses some of us out.
It's also really nice to be able to, go out on a trail at 7 in the morning wearing something like this when it's cold, and then be able to pack it in your backpack as it warms up throughout the day.
That's a good point. So I want to talk about this because I love sweatshirts, sweaters, sweatpants, but I also don't like them to look like I'm wearing sweatshirts and sweaters and sweatpants. And so this is just the most comfortable. I love the little collar on it. I love the ribbing. It's got the nice hand pockets here and a really fancy little leather LL Bean tab down here at the bottom. Now, Jason's jacket retails for about $100. My sweater, I believe, please don't quote me on it, is somewhere between $60 and $70, but I will put a link to that in the show notes. If you have people who like comfy, then these are two things you should get as well for them.
Next up, we have a pair of camp shoes. Now,
Speaking of comfy,
I really like being able to slip something on. If you've been RVing for a while, you know, going in and out a lot, especially if you're cooking out on the grill or something, you're going inside and outside a lot. You want to be able to slip something on quickly and slip something off quickly. We now have these great hut mocks from Merrell. They're almost like a puffy jacket like this for your feet, but with a nice rubber sole, so you don't have to worry about walking in dirt or anything like that. And the back folds down, so you can actually just step into them that way, or you can actually slip them over your heel if you want to.
They're pretty awesome. Jason hasn't been wearing his nearly as much.
I haven't worn them yet, but you've been wearing yours.
Yes, he wants to save his for the campground, and I was like, forget that, I'm putting these on. They've been really, really comfortable, and I like the fact that the sole down here too, I can kind of transfer between wet climates, dry climates, and this just is just kind of fantastic. All right, moving on.
We have one more cooking item, or one more food item that we didn't mention in the food section.
Well, it's because I put it in the wrong spot, because it's just so darn cute.
This is so awesome. This is in the packaging. You don't have to keep the packaging. But what this is business card size silverware.
And it's from our friends at GoSun. We've tried out their solar cookers in the past, and so it was kind of cool to see them come up with some silverware to go with their solar cooker.
You just pop it right out of this little card, and you've got a spoon and a fork.
And look, and actually it's like a little serrated spot here on the fork, so you know you can cut your steak that you're cooking out in the backcountry.
And they just slide back in. I mean, this is the lightest possible little travel silverware that you could have, and you can put in your wallet.
It's just so darn cute. Now, speaking of darn cute, speaking of being out on the trail, we absolutely love these little patches and stickers. They are the greatest little stocking stuffer. It is from the Out of Breath Hiking Society. Don't worry, I'll be there in a minute. How many of us can relate to being out on a trail and running out of steam? And when you put that on, then everybody knows that, hey, just slow down and wait for me. I'm gonna get a little winded, but I will eventually be there. We're gonna link to this. It's such a great stocking stuffer. It goes great with the knives, I think, and the fork. I think that's why I put these two together, was they're just cute
little stocking stuffers.
Little stocking stuffers, for sure.
Next up, we have two shirts from American Backcountry, and we love these shirts because they're a nice poly blend, which means, you know, you don't get stinky. It wicks away for when you're really hiking and you're getting wet, and sometimes it's dangerous to hike in 100% cotton, because if you get wet, then you can get real cold and you can get hypothermia.
Well, and also when you have to stop because you're part of the Out of Breath Hiking Society, this isn't going to get sopping wet because you've slowed down. It's going to dry out. Now, American Backcountry is a return item to the RV Miles gift guide. We've worked with them in the past, and we're still wearing, 2 years later, we are still wearing shirts that we got from them. So if you're wondering about quality, this is quality. The shirts are going to retail for $24.95 a piece.
And they're made from recycled water bottles as well.
But
they're
cool.
incredibly, they're softer than a cotton t-shirt. I don't know how they do it. It's absolutely one of the most soft shirts I've ever worn. If you're looking to give somebody we got a little puppy out there. There's a little stray puppy. He's got a tag, but
it's
it's the neighbors.
Yeah, it's the neighbors.
Oh, they're over there.
Yeah.
He's so cute. He's tiny. So this is a great coffee table type book for anybody that's looking to give your national park lover friend out there something. This is from two Texas poet laureates, Alan Birkelbach and Carla Morton, and it's called The National Parks: A Century of Grace. And it's some wonderful photos of the national parks mixed in with some really wonderful poems and some information about each individual park, so you can sort of go through and read about the parks and dream about them and read some really wonderful poetry about them.
Yeah, it's just a really nice way to celebrate our national parks, and just a great book to give somebody who is such an enthusiast of what our national parks mean and why it's so important that we continue to preserve them for future generations. We are going to wrap up with this friend here.
But before we do want to mention that we do have many other items
Oh, yeah.
on the gift guide on the website. So go
This-
check out the heated chair from Kuma Outdoors.
Yes, and we have several other books on there as well, including the ABCs of RVing from our friend Chuck Woodbury, and all kinds of subscriptions that include discounts as well. We've got tons of gears and gadgets, more clothes. We've got stuff for kids on there, games.
And
This
a
is-
really great cookie set.
Oh, yes.
Really a fantastic, like, national park loving cookie set that is fairly expensive but an
Look.
amazing gift.
It would be here, but we ate it. So go over, we'll link to the holiday gift guide in the description. Go over and check out all the items. There's definitely something on there for someone on your list. It's our biggest guide ever.
Now, here's the deal. I'm the one that does all the outdoor cooking, and I use our Blackstone most of the time, and I am constantly getting grease stains on my clothes, and that is driving Abby insane.
And
So
I'm the one who constantly does the laundry in this family, so
So I've been wanting an apron for quite a while that is nice for like outdoor barbecuing. And this is a waxed canvas apron from Picnic Time. And it has a retractable bottle opener
because
for those of you that lose your bottle opener.
Right, so for when you are empty here, you just get a bottle and you can
And
open it up
I don't
there.
know that I would ever actually hold utensils like this. They also have a great set of tongs and a great spatula, but I'm really happy to have a good outdoor barbecuing apron now.
Well, and we liked this so much too because the canvas, in a way, sort of harkens back to our theater days a little bit. Those canvas backdrops that you spent a lot of time painting.
It's got
So-
real leather on some of these holders here, and it's got this ring that you can attach stuff to. Lots of little pockets. Really great apron that doesn't. I've got to tell you, I've been looking for an apron for quite a while. And it's actually not that easy to find an apron that isn't like frilly flowers and stuff.
I don't know what he's talking about. I love my Disney World apron. So that's it. That's the RV Miles 2020 Holiday Gift Guide. In the description, you're going to find a link to the full article that's going to have several more items for you to check out. And of course, a lot of these people are having deals right now because it's the holidays. So don't wait. And one more thing we should mention. If you're watching this and it's before December 1st, the RV Miles Teespring store is having a Black Friday sale. We are offering 25% off anything in the RV Miles store. That includes t-shirts, mugs, cute little sweaters for your dogs, stickers. I don't even know what else we've got in there.
If you're watching on YouTube, which you are because this is a YouTube video, the items are just right there below us.
Right, so come support RV Miles if you are so inclined and save 25% off while you're doing it. It's with code RV25. That'll all be in the description as well. So that's it. Happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please make sure you subscribe, click that notification bell. Anything else you usually say at the end of your videos?
Keep logging those RV miles.
Happy holidays.
Bye, everybody.